بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أعزائي طلبة وطالبات شهادة الثانوية العامة قسم الرياضيات، أهلا بكم. اليوم سنتطرق إلى حلقة الفاينل ريفيجن أو المراجعة النهائية في مادة الاستاتيكا. طبعا احنا عارفين الامتحان هيكون نظام بوكلت، والبوكلت ده ما نخافش منه. هو طبعا خدناه السنة اللي فاتت أو العام الماضي ولاقى ترحيب كويس جدا. هي نفس الأسئلة اللي بتيجي في النظام القديم ولكن هي مفردة في نماذج مختلفة. Welcome my dear student in our program Math in Secondary 3. Today we are taking final revision in static. My dear student, look at the first example. Final revision on static. My dear student, the measure of angle theta which generated the maximum moment about B as multi-choice 0, 45, 90, 30. My dear student, is 90. If the coefficient of friction between the body and the plane equals 2 sine 30, then the measure of angle of friction equal what? Multi-choice 30 degrees, 60 degrees, 45 degrees, 90 degrees. What is the answer? Good. Tan lambda equals 2 times half sine 30 equals 1. Which angle? It's tan equal 1. Good. 45. Answer is 45. Look at, my dear student, in the opposite figure, if the rod in equilibrium, then the value of F is space Newton. Multi-choice 28, 2, 16, and 4. Look at, my dear student, the rod in an equilibrium. Then we find the moment 12 times 4 plus F times 2 equals 20 times 4. My dear student, remember 12 and the force F clockwise, but 20 anti-clockwise. Then the moment is 14. 12 times 4 plus 2F equals 20 times 4. By using equation, find the value of F equals what? 16 Newton. My dear student, the center gravity of two physical particles of weight 4 newtons and 6 Newton, and the distance between them is 5 meters. It is a distant space from the first particle. Look at, my dear student, choose the correct answer. 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter. My dear student, xg 4 times 0 plus 5 times 6 over sum of 2 mass 4 plus 6. Answer is 3 centimeter. Then the distance 3 centimeter from the first mass 4 Newton. Answer is 3 centimeter. Look at, my dear student, if the system is about to move, then the coefficient of friction equals what? Is 4 over 9 or third or 9 over 4 or 2/3. Look at, my dear student, what is the value of t equal 20? Then mu r equals 20. 20 equal 45 mu. What is the value of mu? 20 over 45 in simplest form equals 4 over 9. Then The answer is 4/9. My dear student, 4 forces form 2 couples which are in equilibrium. Then what is the value of F? My dear student, what is the couple? Yes, 2 forces equal in magnitude, opposite in direction. Then what is the F? 6, 9, 8 or 10? Look at, my dear student, F times 5 equals 10 times 3 by using equation 5 equal 6. Answer is 6. F2 forces F1 equals AI plus 3J, and second force F2 equals 5I plus BJ form a couple. What is the value of A plus B? Is 8, -8, 10, -3. My dear student, we have 2 forces, F1 and F2, equal in magnitude, opposite direction. Then what is the value of A? A, coefficient of I of the first force equals -5, also B equals -3. Then when add A plus B, answer is -8. My dear student, 2 forces form a couple equal in magnitude, opposite direction. Look at, my dear student, in the opposite figure, R is resultant of 2 forces F1 and F2. F1 equals 36 Newton, F2 24 Newtons. Then what is the ratio between AB and BC? Is 2/3, 1/2, 3/2, or equals 2? My dear student, by using 36 times AB equal 24 times CB, then AB over BC equals 24/36. In simplest form is 2/3. After that, translate to another example. Look at, if the force F in the plane of the parallelogram ABCD and moment about A equals -18, moment about B equals, moment about D equals 32. What is the moment about C? Choose the correct answer. 50, 82, 64, or equals 14. My dear student, look at line action of the force parallel to BD. Then F times H2 equals 18, F times H1 equals 32. Therefore, moment about C equals F, multiply bracket contains H1 plus H2 plus H1 equals 2 times 32 plus 18. Then answer 82. Look at, my dear student, body of weight 6 newtons is placed on a rough horizontal plane. Then whose coefficient of friction equal √3/3? What is the friction force? Belongs to interval. Is number 1, close the interval 2√3, 3√3. Number 2, close the interval 0, 2√3. Number 3, close the interval 0, 1. Number 4, close the interval 0, 3√3. My dear student, this is 0 mu r. What is the mu r, my dear student? Excellent student. √3 times 3 times 6. Then the correct answer 0 to √3. My dear student, look at the important example. A uniform lamina ABCD in the form of rectangle of mass 24 gram, in which AB equal 11 centimeter, BC equal 14 centimeter, E and F are midpoint of AB and AD respectively. If the triangle AEF is cut off and the mass 1.5, 3, 4.5 gram are fixed at the point BCD respectively, determine the center of gravity of the system. Look at, my dear student. Then if the system is suspended freely C, proves that the side CB is inclined to the vertical with an angle of measure 45 in the equilibrium position. Look at, my dear student, ABCD. We have forces act at ABCD, and look at the triangle AEF is cut off. When find the center of gravity, look at the mass of triangle EAF over the mass of rectangle ABCD. What is the ratio between area of the triangle and the area of rectangle? This is relation between two masses and two areas. Then the mass of triangle EAF over 24 equals area of triangle, half base times height, over area of a triangle, area of a rectangle, 11 times 14. By using cross multiplication, the mass of triangle EAF equals 3 grams. And this mass acts at the center of triangle AEF at point G1. Let CX, CY be two perpendicular direction as x-axis and y-axis. Distance of the center of gravity of triangle EEF and CD equals 14 plus 14 plus 7 over 3. Sum of coordinate of x over 3 equals 35 over 3 centimeter. Then the distance of the center of gravity of triangle EAF and CB, value of y over 3 equals what? 27.5 over 3 centimeter. Then we form the table mass and their coordinates as follows. Look at the following table. G1, point B, point C, point D, point, and G2. Mass, negative 3 at G1, 1.5 at point B, 3 at point C, 4.5 at point D, 24 at G2. What is the x coordinate? 35 over 3, 14 at point B, 0 at point C, D at point D, 7 at point G2. What is the y coordinate? 27.5 over 3, 0 at point B, 0 at point C, 11 at point D, and 5.5 at point G2. Find the center of gravity by using xg equals what? Negative 3 times 35 over 3 plus 3 over 2 times 14 plus 24 times 7 over sum of all math. Negative 3 plus 1.5 plus 3 plus 4.5 plus 24. Answer is 77 over 15. Look at yg by using the same method. Multiply mass times coordinates of y. Negative 3 times 27.5 over 3 plus 4.5 times 11 plus 24 times 5.5 over sum of all mass. Then answer 77 over 15. This is the center of gravity. Look at vertical line inclined with CB with angle theta. The center of gravity of the system, C equals 77 over 15 and 77 over 15. Then draw CG to be vertical line. Therefore, in triangle GKC, look at triangle GKC. What is the angle theta? Tan theta. What is the tan theta? X and student. Opposite over adjacent equals 1. Look at theta equals what? Therefore, equal 45. Shift tan 1 equals 45. Therefore, CB is inclined to vertical by an angle measure 45 degrees. Look at, my dear student, important example. the ladder lies in vertical plane perpendicular to the wall and it's inclined to the horizontal with an angle of measure 45 degrees. A boy of weight equals the weight of the ladder ascends up the ladder. Then it becomes about to slide when the boy covered a distance equal 3/4 of the length of the ladder. What is the required, my dear student? Find the coefficient of reaction between the ground and the ladder. The second required, if the boy wanted to complete his ascending to the top of the ladder, find the minimum force which acts horizontally on the lower end of the ladder so that the boy can do what he wanted. Look at, my dear student, AB represents the ladder. The ladder AB inclined on horizontal by angle 45. Look at, we have the ladder, its weight 40, and the boy, its length equals its weight equals weight of the ladder also equal 40. Therefore, my dear student, we represent the ladder equals its length of ladder 2L. Then R1, look at R1 equals mu R2. Look at friction coefficient mu R2 equals R1 and R2, the opposite forces equals 40 plus 40 equals what? Equals 80. Then a moment about B equals 0. What is the force which act at point B? This R1, R2, 0. Weight of the ladder, weight of the boy. Then 40 times BC plus 40 times BD equals R1 times AE. Look at, my dear student, what is the length of BC? What is the length of BD? Look at, we join the length BC by using L. What is the relation between BC and L? BC equals L cosine 45. Also, what is the relation between BD and L? We join by using the cosine. Then 40 times BC plus 40 times BD equals R1 times AE. What is the length of BC, BD, and AE? Look at 40 times 2L cosine 45 plus 40 times 3/4 L cosine 45 equal R1 times 2L sine 45. Therefore, 40 plus 60 equals 2R1. 2R1 equals 100. Then R1 equal 50 kilogram. Since R1 equal mu R2, by substitution about R1 and R2 to find the value of coefficient friction force, mu equals 5/8. R1, my dear student, equals in the second required mu R2 plus F. What is the force of F? R2 equals 80. Then moment about B equals 0 by using moment about B. Answer is 40 plus 80 to R1. Then R1 in this case equals 60 kilogram weight. 60 equals 5/8 mu R plus F. What is the mu 5/8? What is R 80? Then find the value of F by using 60 minus 50 equals 10. Then the minimum force equal 10 kilogram weight. Look at, my dear student, another example. ABCD is a rectangle which AB 9 centimeter, BC equals 12 centimeter. An isosceles triangle is drawn outside the rectangle with base AD and its height 8 centimeter. Forces of magnitudes 36, 48, 36, 40, and 40 gram weight are applied along AB ray, AD ray, CD ray, DE ray, and EA ray, respectively. Prove that the system of the force is equivalent to a couple and find the norm of its moment. Look at, my dear student, ABCD is a rectangle and we have triangle its base AD. We have more forces act on AB 36, CD 36, DE 40, EA 40, and AD 48. Then in triangle AEXD, look at triangle EXD in the opposite figure. Measure angle X is right angle. Then AE equals ED equals square root 6 power 2 plus 8 square equals 10. Therefore, the first 36 and 36 form a couple. Its moment, what is the moment of the couple? Equals force times distance 12 equals 432 gram weight centimeter. The second, the three forces act along triangle ADE. Look at ADE in the same cyclic order. What do you mean? Then, what is the ratio between the force and the length? Equal 48 over 12, 40 over 10, 40 over 10 equals 4. Therefore, this constant. This is the value of K. The moment of the couple M2 equals the ratio times twice area of triangle ADE. Then the constant is 4, area of triangle 2 times half times AD times EX. Then by using 4 times 12 times 8, this is couple 384 gram weight centimeter. The system in equivalent to a couple of the moment. System equivalent to a couple of moment. What is the couple? Equal M1 plus M2. Sum is 432 plus 384 equal 816 gram weight centimeter. My dear student, look at ABC is a triangle. AB equals 6 centimeter, BC equals 8, CA equals 10. DE are midpoints of AB and AC. Then 3 equal mass each as M are placed at B, D, and E. Find the center of gravity of this mass. Look at, my dear student, this point B at origin point 0, 0, point C at 0, point A 0, 6, point D 0, 3, point M equals E, point E equal 4, 3. We have three mass M and M act at B, D, and E. Look at, my dear student, CA square equals 100, AB square plus BC square equals 100 centimeter square. Therefore, triangle ABC right at B. Let BX, BY are two orthogonal and B is the original point. Therefore, what is the value of A? Coordinate of A, coordinate of C, coordinate of D, coordinate of E. It's better to form the following table to represent the mass and coordinate of each one. Look at the table. at point B, at D, at E. What is the mass? M. X coordinate 0, 0, 4. Y coordinate 0, 3, 3. Then by using coordinate of the center of mass system, xg, m times 0 plus m times 0 plus m times 4 over sum of 3 mass, then answer xg equal 4 over 3. By using same method, find the value of yg, m times 0 plus m times 3 plus m times 3 over sum of 3 mass, then yg equal to 2 centimeter, then the center of gravity equals 4 over 3 and 2. My dear student, by the end of the revision about static, we know that the center of gravity is very important lesson in our life. We use the center of gravity. Remember, the center of gravity of regular quadrilateral as square lie on the center or intersection point of its diagonal. If we have lamina as equilateral triangle, then the center of gravity lie intersection point of axis of symmetry of 3 sides. And remember, my dear student, friction force, we have static friction force, kinetic friction force, mu r. What is the mu? What is the r dash? What is the resultant of reaction force? We know that r dash equal, or r square equal r square, r dash square equal r square plus f square, or mu square r square. Then coefficient, this coefficient is mu equal 10 lambda. What is the lambda? When find the lambda, we find the relation between moment and 10 lambda. Why? Because the mu coefficient friction force equals 10 lambda. My dear student, I am very happy to spend such time with you. Don't forget, math symbol, think, work, produce. Goodbye.